Brown if you're looking for me. Twitter, Instagram, sometimes Snapchat.
I am Spike Lou in these tweet streets. That's the only place you will catch me active, and there's no way that you're still on Snapchat.
I am sometimes.
You're too old for that. Just gonna let you know that.
I'm too old for TikTok. That's why I don't have one.
You too old for that too.
Hey, man, we got a lot coming up on today's show. First, we got politicians backing that ass up. We got Meg Thee Stallion. She's got new label beef. And we're reviewing Lil Baby's sophomore album. But first, following the murder of Pop Smoke, Jim Jones was quoted as saying, "Being a rapper is more dangerous than being deployed to Iraq," end quote. Now, Waka Flocka responded by saying that's incorrect. Now, while being a gangbang rapper may be dangerous, you don't need to be generalizing all rappers in that category because you could be messing up bags for artists. Whose side are you on?
I think both of these guys had good points. I don't think that Jim Jones is wrong, and I also don't think that Waka Flocka is wrong in the sense of saying that you should be quiet if you're going to say that rap is bad or rap is violent if I'm out here trying to get bags. Waka Flocka admittedly has retired and he in this EDM lane, so he really don't got to worry about it. So you do commend him for even speaking up to this. So I see what he's saying from a corporate standpoint.
Right.
From a corporate standpoint, it's like, hey, bro, relax. Like, not everybody, a lot of people can go to hip-hop shows and nothing's going to happen.
A great time.
Everybody's going to have fun, and they're going to wake up tomorrow and tell their friends about it. Pop Smoke, gangbang rap, gangsters, those are other things that come with the job. And just like I spoke of when we were talking about his death, if you're not properly trained to do stuff, then it's going to be dangerous regardless of what you're doing. You could be a trash man. If you're not trained right, and you'll get caught up in that little machine out there or whatever it may be and fuck yourself up. My point being that if you're not told or taught how to do this, properly developed as an artist, seeing how to move, then yes, it can be dangerous, regardless if you're a gangbanger or a trapster, because people are going to be preying on you and your success.
Yeah, and I get it, and that's where Jim Jones was coming from, right? He may have been pushing it a little bit, saying it's more dangerous than being deployed to Iraq. That may be a stretch, a little bit of a reach, but
I don't know.
His whole point was that when you're a rapper, you're famous, you're out there in the public eye, people are targeting you. And then, of course, you're black, and the history that comes with other black people that aren't in your position looking at you, there's a sense of hate that can come with that. So I get that, but Waka is right on point, though. Bro, don't generalize this whole damn genre, bro. Chance the Rapper is not, he ain't got no issues, bro. Kendrick ain't got no issues. J. Cole ain't got no issues. Drake ain't got, there's 1,000, 1 million rappers who don't have these issues, and it's unfortunate that things like this can happen to Pop Smoke, or can happen to maybe XXX, or Bankroll Fresh for that matter. But those are different types of artists. Don't put that whole cloud on everything, because people are going to be listening to Jim Jones that own businesses and own companies that would get you sponsorships and looks that are going to back off and then go holler at Taylor Swift or somebody. You don't want to let those bags go, bro. We just hit the #1 genre of music, allegedly a year or two ago, even though it's been that. You don't want it to end that quick, bro. Like, don't aid in that, because it could have a backwards effect. So I'm with Waka the whole way on this. And Waka's my guy. I fuck with Waka. He usually says some pretty smart, level-headed shit, especially lately. He's a little more grown and doesn't fly off the handle as quick. So and Jones should know better, bro. He the OG in this situation. He should know better than some shit like this.
Waka's a very introspective dude, and I won't say that Jones should know better. I think it's about the experiences. Jim Jones came up under Cameron, and though he's had success, I don't think he's seen the success that Waka has on a global scale. It's different kinds of music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Waka can go overseas and tour, so he's seen different things, and he's speaking, like you said, of the bag. Yeah. Right. He knows, like, I done been across the world doing this, and it ain't as dangerous as you saying it is, Jim Jones. But what Jim Jones is speaking from himself is his perspective. Like, I'm a 9 Trey blood, like one of the original blood sips in New York, and I'm speaking from being that. So, like I say, both of the guys can be right, because both of them have some points in what they're saying. It is dangerous to be a rapper if you don't know what you're doing, and that's just a fact.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke again. You see the latest on that? They ain't got nothing. So the police are at a standstill. No news.
I expect that.
That's wild. What else we got?
Next, man, we got your man's Juvenile.
Oh my
He
God.
has poked his head back out again, and he is having the Democratic candidate Tom Stiers, excuse me, backing his ass up at his recent rally in South Carolina. And also, Public Enemy is beefing. Breaking news: they just kicked Flavor Flav out of the group.
That's all.
Because he said that Bernie Sanders did not deserve the endorsement of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there's an effective way for hip hop to be intertwined with politics?
I do think there's an effective way. I don't think having somebody come on stage and dropping it like it's hot is the way to do it. That looked corny. And I don't know if I'm more upset at the politician for pandering or Juvenile for even letting that happen.
Damn, Juvie taking all chicks. Relax. I ain't mad at Juvie. Every chick, somebody called Juvie, be like, hey, kid, blah, blah, how much? Yes. Book it, my nigga. Juvie taking that check.
All money ain't good money, though. But, so I would say it can work in a sense of how, like, Killer Mike plays it. I like his endorsement from Bernie. And then somebody tried to come at him on Instagram today and said that he was taking money for the endorsement. And he was like, nah, fam, I'm already rich. I'm actually doing this because I actually believe in what the person is talking about.
Somebody thought that Bernie was paying Killer Mike.
Yes, for the endorsement.
Do they know that's illegal?
Probably not.
Okay.
Or people on the internet know everything. I don't know. But I think it can work in that sense. Having the politician come on, dance on stage, bro, it's 2020, fam. There's nobody on earth that saw dude dance on stage and say, hey, I'm voting for him.
Well, no one knows who he is anyway. Like, I follow this shit, and he was on the Democratic debate stage, and I was like, dude, who is this dude up here talking about reparations that I've never seen?
Oh, he was talking about reparations?
Tough. He was the only one. That's why he out of there. But with that being said, I'm not mad at Juvenile for taking the check. Tom Stiers in South Carolina trying to get the black vote, 60% that was dominant in South Carolina. He did what he had to do. It's unfortunate, though, that some rappers don't stand up and tell him or people that are interested how to really get the black vote or to do things that are effective as opposed to having pep rallies. And Jay-Z did this. Puff Daddy did this with this what was it
Vote or
called?
Die?
Vote or Die shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool thing to get out and have people vote and get them to register to vote, but they should, if they're going to take this on, speak on the issues and what people should know before they go vote, not just get them to go vote. Like, I'm sure that Puff Daddy didn't have the same interest as most of the people that he was telling to go vote. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they should put a little bit more skin in the game. If they're going to do this, like, don't half-ass do it and just say, hey, well, I got people to vote. Give people something to vote for and things to vote about.
And use the pressure or use the leverage that you have not to get drones of people to vote, but to get the politicians to do
The issues
what the people
that's going to come out.
That's what get
Exactly.
them to do what they want.
Yeah.
That's how you would affect change. Like all the other shit, bro. Like having them come on stage and I don't know if that was his wife behind them or like I don't know.
Juvenile wife?
No, yeah, who? Bro, what the?
I don't know what that was about. But obviously he's getting bad advice, which is why he's in last place in the Democratic candidate thing. So like this is. I don't expect Juvenile to be the dude to be like, hey, you know what, Wody, like, let me go through this with you and tell you what we really want. So I'm not mad at Juvie.
Should be a little bit. We should have learned this with Hillary, bro. We didn't buy that you had hot sauce in your bag. We don't believe the shit.
But we let them do it. People still like Jay. A person like Jay-Z who gets out there for Hillary should at least say, do you know why he was going to vote for her?
Stop throwing Jay under the bus.
You're
You're trying to be real slick
Jay,
right now.
Jay was like, he was front line for Hillary like a couple years ago. Him and B. I'm just letting you know. On the other one, though, with Public Enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad at Flavor Flav? No, Flavor Flav, because Flavor Flav was like, I ain't heard bro say nothing that makes me, as a part of this group, put my name on it. So why are y'all telling people that we endorse him?
Translation, he didn't get none of the check that came with the check.
Whatever, my nigga. I didn't know I was endorsing him. That's what Flavor Flav saying, and he has a problem with that, and I ain't mad at him.
Public Enemy kicked him out quick.
Chuck D didn't even, cause 20, 30 years. Like, oh, you disagree? All right, you out, bro.
You out.
I got to wonder, is this their first disagreement? Is this the first time that Flavor Flav has spoken up and said something?
First of all, look at Flavor Flav. Look at his face. They have clearly had disagreements in the past, probably weekly. They've been trying to kick him out for probably 15 years, dude. Like, stop.
This is the straw that broke the camel's back, this one right here.
Are you feeling the burn? Everybody on Bernie's side right now.
Bernie going to win the Democratic nomination.
Oh, but he's not going to win the whole joint, though.
I don't know. He might be able to beat Trump. That'll be an interesting matchup, to say the least. You don't think Bernie can beat Trump?
No, I don't.
Why?
I just think he's got the people fooled. I think Trump got the game ran too strong. He just got it. It's ran perfectly, bro. Like, dude just got the juice.
The reason I would say that Bernie has a chance against Trump because both of these guys have diehard supporters on their side.
Yeah,
Bernie got the field of burn people, and Trump got the Trump supporters. It will be interesting to see the adjustments either one of them can make to get the people that are right there in the middle.
Stop texting me, Bernie. If they text me one more time, dude, stop.
So you out if he text you again?
Yes, I am. Fuck it, I'm voting for Trump if he texts me one damn time.
Oh, wow.
Moving
That's
on.
Animal Brown. This is Spike Lou. All opinions and views are not that of Realville Media. Thank you. Go ahead.
Moving on, man. Let's talk Megan Thee Stallion. Meg took to IG Live to air out her frustrations with her current record label, 1501 Entertainment. She says that her new management over at Roc Nation saw her deal and noticed that some things were in there that she wasn't very pleased with. Now, her attempts to renegotiate with 1501 have fallen on deaf ears, prompting her to plead to her fans, #Free the Stallion. Even her frequent collaborator.
Wait, Free the Stallion is the hashtag?
That's the hashtag.
That's
you ready? You
funny.
gonna tweet that?
That's funny.
Even her frequent collaborator Juicy J dropped a diss song to his record label for issues that he had. My question, should artists hold themselves more accountable for the deals that they sign?
Well, I think that these guys are Meg, Juicy J. He's a veteran of the game, so I think that he's pretty familiar with what he had in his contract, I'm assuming. And with Meg, it sounds like that she accepted the terms up front and she knew what she was accepting. Well, until Roc Nation got a hold of it.
Right.
But both of them are about renegotiation, not the initial negotiation,
True.
right? And I just feel like that now that Meg had more leverage, she wants to come back to the table. And 1501 like, no, like, we don't even got to talk to you because you're under contract. And with Juicy J, I feel like, okay, me and Columbia come to a decision. I outperformed the decision that we came to. I would like to talk to you guys again about more money.
Right.
And Juicy J got that phone call back, and they gave him more money. He deleted the song. He deleted the tweets. He's good.
Yeah.
To the Megan Thee Stallion situation, and should artists be more abreast of what's in their contract? Yes, they should always study what's in their contract. On the other hand, from the business aspect of it, if you're 1501, this is probably, like, I'm looking at their website now, like,
They ain't got nobody close.
Kior.
We don't know who that is.
I don't know who Kior Lisa is.
Yeah,
Kiona Lisa.
No.
But I feel like they think that this is their big chance.
No, it is.
Okay.
Now, don't think.
If this is your big chance, you're playing it incorrectly because you don't go for your big chance and try to get the most out of Megan Thee Stallion and say, well, I had her first, give me umpteen millions of dollars. No, you let other artists know that were on her level at one point, hey, it's cool to sign here. We can get you to that next level with Roc Nation.
Yep.
You have a conversation with her and Roc Nation and figure out how you can win in this deal without being the asshole, without being the person that she's going to address on social media. So while 1501 seems to have the leverage now because Megan has gotten herself in a position where she wants to negotiate with them again, I don't think that they're handling it correctly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And to be fair, this is a situation where it's easy to say, oh, well, you should have looked at your contract. You should have did that. You should have done that. She was 20 years old when she signed it. She had no leverage whatsoever. She was a relative, quote unquote, nobody. I'm not saying she wasn't making no noise, but on the major level, she was a nobody. You don't have any leverage at that point. 1501 is ran by a cat who played baseball. He's got paper. So he was probably selling her all kind of dreams that he can make happen for, which in turn looks like he did. So I'm not necessarily mad at her for signing that deal. This is a simple situation of her outplaying her rookie contract. This happens in sports all the time. The rookie comes in and takes the team to the Super Bowl in his second year. Guess what? We coming back to that negotiation table, dude, because I'm not playing that bullshit ass wage that y'all give second round picks, dude. This is all that is. She was a second round pick. She's been killing it. Hot girl summer. She's been doing her thing, working on her end. Now, okay, cool. Y'all been getting over up to this point. We saw it now. The cat's out of the bag. Let's go ahead and sit at the table. We don't even want to X you out. I happen to be watching this live when she was doing this. I don't know why I clicked on it. I never watch anybody's live. But Megan Thee Stallion, she's got a thing about it where you can watch her live. It just makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, you just happen to click on Megan Thee Stallion.
It was an accident. I was trying to click on
This
something else.
time.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I was watching this as this was happening. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. So she's hot about it. She said, I didn't even want to cut them out. I just wanted to renegotiate. But they want to be greedy. They want all the money. They want everything. They don't want to give up on none of the terms.
Because they negotiated right the first time, in their opinion. And I'm not taking their side, but they just looking like you lose in negotiations if you got the leverage. When I start talking to you, if I already got what I want out of the contract, I don't even have to come to the table. That's business 101. Like he don't have nothing to talk to her about. I got what I want.
He do if he wanted to have longevity.
If he wants longevity in his business, it doesn't seem like Megan Thee Stallion, Rayleigh Rose,
who?
D-Raw.
Oh, D-Raw.
Yeah,
okay.
Keona Lisa. So those are the other artists that are on 1501 Entertainment. So, I mean.
You think they ain't checking their paperwork right now?
They're not signed with Rock Nation. They don't got the same lawyers to look through that paperwork either. I mean, like I say, man, he could, who was the guy over 1501? Do you know his name?
No, I can't remember his name. He played for the Dodgers.
He could make a good name for himself if he were to come to the table. And you get a good like business is about building relationships too.
Of course.
Like I say, he does have the leverage in winning, but he also gets to sit at the table with Rock Nation and see what he can figure out if he's a smart businessman. So if it were me in 1501 with my label, I would have the conversation. I wouldn't just shut down negotiations and be like, I ain't talking. What would you do?
No, I would definitely do that. Play the long game. Bro, y'all can listen. I would make her the happiest person on earth, and I would still get my piece at the end of the day. It just wouldn't be a bigger piece, but she'd be more successful for longer, and you'd get more in the long run. I had a long-term play, and she'd be my marquee person for anybody that wanted to sign to my label. Look what I did. Look what I can make you into. That's an easy call.
What if Rock Nation said, we'll let you join us in the press release of her next album, of her coming out or whatever. We'll give you a blurb in that, and we'll give you all the money that you put in.
No, I need that long. Hell no. I need residuals. What are you talking about? I'm eating off of her for the rest of my life.
Nah, you break even, though. You break even.
No.
So if Jay like, look, man, you can come on stage with us. You can be at the press conference. We'll have the 1501 banner up there.
No.
I'm going to pay you everything that you made.
No.
I mean, put up. That ain't a good deal?
No. What the fuck? Come on, man.
Why you not taking that deal?
Nah, I need the long term. It's a marathon.
So you trying, just to be clear, you're trying to diddy her. This is supposed to be about black excellence, right? What happened to Mace just a couple weeks ago? Niggas were screaming black excellence.
No,
hey, get out of here.
I just won't be raping. I'll just take a piece for a long time.
You do want your time compensated for?
Of course.
Okay,
that's it.
And I think that's all this guy's saying. He just wants his time compensated for.
Yeah,
he probably has a lot larger thought of what his time was worth than what Rock Nation and Meg Thee Stallion did, though.
Yeah.
So that's where they at.
Free the Stallion, man. What we got up?
Next, man, lastly, before we get into everything, the Lil Baby review, we have T Grizzley. T Grizzley also went on IG Live in response to Royce the 5'9" Breakfast Club interview. Mm-hmm. Royce, who's been on his press run for his album that just dropped. Fire. Yeah. He said that he told Eminem to hold off on a T Grizzley feature. Mm-hmm. T Grizzley didn't really feel that. Royce said he didn't feel like T Grizzley or the city was ready for that yet. React.
Yeah, so this is tricky. This was an early T Grizzley feature. So this was when he was bubbling and coming up, right? With that first day out and all that type of shit. So he said that the reason he didn't want M to do the feature with him was because then people would look at it like he put him on. And he didn't want to give that image out there and to have that shadow looming over a young T Grizzley that nobody knew, and we only knew one song of him. So in thought, I understand the concept. In hindsight, it make it look like you a hater at the end of the day. Because T Grizzley had a very good point. He's like, bro, you know what kind of doors that would have opened up for me? You know what kind of looks I could have got off of that, what kind of fan base I could have got off of that. You never know. Maybe he's not riding around in Detroit with his aunt doing shows in the city now. Maybe he's overseas where it's a little more safer. You know what I'm saying? Word to Waka Flocka. Maybe you're doing shows overseas on another level if something like that happens. Obviously, Royce ain't got no control over that type of shit. But in this situation, the unity, that would have been a great look for the city of Detroit, the unity. And what's ironic is last year on T Grizzley's album, he actually took a low-key shot at Eminem. Yeah. He said, like, you know, the king of Detroit, no, you know what I'm saying, nigga, that's me.
He was just popping his shit, really. It wasn't like a diss.
True.
He was just popping his shit.
He was talking this shit or whatever, but it was just funny because M heard that and was like, damn, like, what? You know what I'm saying? He just burnt the bridge that he didn't know he had. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, that's facts. That
shouldn't burn a bridge with somebody like Eminem. He knows what this is in the sport of that. That's a whole nother ball game for that. As far as this, I feel like that Royce can't play God with this and be like, hold off. If M wanted to do the feature with him, then him and M and T Grizzley should have made that happen. I don't think Royce should have been the person to hold off. Now I know M probably go to people for their opinions, their friends, and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Royce should have told him to do what he feels is right because T Grizzley is correct. this opens up a lot more doors in the music industry for him. And I think that Royce was looking at it like he didn't want music people to look at T Grizzley and say that Eminem made him when Royce knew, because he has a more interaction with the streets of Detroit. T Grizzley had been grinding, had been rapping and coming up, or whatever it may be. So I guess he didn't want to take from that on an industry level. Just from a street level, and like you said, from an opportunity level, that's bullshit. Like, don't tell me like, oh, just hold off, bro. Like, nah, like this is Eminem, dude.
Right.
Like, this is an opportunity like that for someone like T Grizzley is one in a lifetime, and you can't be like, well, it'll happen one day. If the opportunity was damn M was feeling it, then he shouldn't have been understanding it in a way. But like I said, I do understand what Royce is saying from an industry perspective. I think he's speaking from an industry perspective and wants someone like T Grizzley to get their proper respect in their grind. Dude.
I wonder how many other people Eminem has sat and be like, hey, should I do a song with him?
And Royce hated it.
And Royce was like, no. And then they never like sustained their level of popularity. They just fell off into the wayside. Like,
Royce different though, man. See, like he's speaking, like I keep saying, from an industry perspective. Did you know he wrote on The Chronic?
The Chronic what?
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, The Chronic?
Yes.
1992? Nah, I ain't biting.
He was on It's The Real. He was talking to them on his podcast.
He lied.
Royce came, it's in the credits.
Really?
Royce wrote on, like, not just a song, or like he was heavily involved in writing. Like, Dr. Dre, he said Dr. Dre called his house, like his house phone, and his dad answered and was like, somebody like named Dre on the phone for you?
Wow.
So
that was a gem right there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if he still get paid off it. He got
absolutely.
Yeah, he got.
That's probably why he's so good.
He probably signed one of the Meg Thee Stallion deals with that though in '92. He don't get no bread off.
Chronic did so good. Like he had like, plus Royce like 50, so I know he got his masters.
True. You right. Royce, that was Spike Lee. That was not Annabelle Brown. I fuck with you and that Allegory album.
I do fuck with the Allegory.
Man, let's take a
Royce.
quick break. Now we're talking Lil Baby, Yo Boy.
Go.
His sophomore album, My Turn. We'll be back after this. Don't go nowhere.
Let's go.
Man, we are back. It's the OndeckTV podcast. It's your man, Animal Brown.
I am Spike Lee.
Hey, man, we are talking Lil Baby.
It's My Turn.
My Turn.
My Turn.
Sophomore album. QC the label. Let's get straight to it. There's no need to introduce who he is.
This is a sophomore album?
Yeah. The first one came out 2 years ago.
What was the name of that?
I can't remember, but it has the one with Starlito and all them on there.
It was like mixtape. You never know these days.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, you know it's all the same shit at the end of the day. Because he had the strip, the Harder Than Ever and all that bullshit.
Okay.
But this is the new joint, My Turn. Talk to me about expectations, low, medium, high. Where were you going into this?
I've been calling Lil Baby as the next wave, the leader of the new school, and I think that, like I said, I've been waiting for this album. When he tweeted, said it was coming close.
Yep.
I was downloaded it, went straight to my iTunes, downloaded for the drop, waiting for it to drop that night, listened to it the next day, and
as far as too much with that.
I mean, I like Lil Baby. I like his perspective that he gives as far as a young cat that ain't doing too much of that, all the extra auto-tune shit. Like, I like his lane and his perspective that he gives. So I was waiting to hear what he had to say new, and he didn't disappoint me. He came out and he always puts out good music, in my opinion, as far as his projects. But as far as anticipation, I did think that he would solidify himself as now taking rap serious. We got to see him grow up as far as being someone from what we first seen on the Breakfast Club, so that really didn't want to rap, to now you can hear in his music and kind of tell that he takes this a lot more serious, and I was ready to hear that in a project where we get to see him living like a year or so being a rapper. He was coming from the streets and doing other things and just being like a kid and being around rappers. This is the first project that we got to hear him when he lived his life as a rapper or so for a couple of years. So I was excited in that sense. Yeah. What about you?
I had medium expectations. I'm not going to lie.
Because you're a hater.
Absolutely not. He's been on a roll lately with the features. I give him that. I just, like we talked about not too long ago, I think he was oversaturating the market a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I was low-key ready to get this album out of the way so I can stop hearing him on every goddamn song.
So you could quit hating?
On the radio, no. Okay. However, he is on my list for most improved rapper, though, within these last 12 to 18 months. He been ripping shit, though. Like, I can't even lie. Like, at first, I thought it was just the flow and kind of the swag, the sauce with it. But now he's actually saying something. There's more clarity in what he's saying, in my opinion. And as I get into my initial thoughts of what I thought on the first listen, I liked it much better than I thought I would. I thought his flow was pristine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was impressed with the project. I can't even front. This is one of the very few times on the show I can say this. You were finally right. It's about time. We're only 7 years in. You called him.
I'm always right.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. You was the first to be like, no, I think dude got it. You know what I mean? Like, I know the Breakfast Club interview. Watching that, you were like, okay, nah, dude, like authentic, like he really do this, and he was hesitant to jump full steam into the. Matter of fact, he did the first interview with P and them right there next to him.
Yeah, he didn't even want to talk.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't even want to go up there dolo.
Right there, like, yeah, man.
Bruh, what are you doing?
He didn't even want to go dolo up there.
It reminded me of like some early Jeezy interviews and shit when
Yep.
this nigga used to be all like on the side of the mic talking and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that you're right. He's absolutely grown into what I felt like that he could be when I first seen him. It was something about him that stood out as far as being authentic and different from the rest of the people in his class.
Yeah,
So,
and I thought that I just needed more time. You could tell. I think he was on there. He was like, "Yeah, I ain't really been rapping that long," and that. Which people got to stop saying that, because number one, it make it look like you're not taking it seriously and you just hustling. You just trying to get $1. You don't really give a shit. And then two, it may also look like you just flogged and you lying, just trying to make it look cool.
I think that's to you though. We're older and we're used.
I'm 28. Speak for yourself.
You old. I'm older. Not than you, but than the people that we talking about. But I don't think that the generation now that he's talking to, they care about that stuff. They just want, like, they all about the vibe and the wave, and like, if you can do a cool vibe or wave, then they don't care if you just picked it up and put it on your SoundCloud yesterday.
Yeah.
We used to people that like, he was unsigned hyping the source, and I heard his first song, and like, they don't care about that shit no more, nigga. You got a cool song? Dope. What's your name? 42 Doug? Perfect.
And there is a rapper named 42 Doug.
Yeah,
it's some people that thought we were making that name up.
42 Doug is a real person.
Speaking of him, he's on this album too. I'm gonna go to my highlights. What I thought worked on this album, I thought the features worked, including aforementioned 42 Doug. Shout out to Detroit. I thought that was fire. I like what he did with Moneybagg Yo on here. I like Wayne shit on here. I thought the features were on point, and there weren't too many. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought there was enough, because it's 20 tracks on here. That's a fairly hefty album. You know what I'm saying? But he did enough with the features, and he did enough by himself to have a nice balance. I thought the production was superb. Like, the beats on here are ridiculous. I don't know who this Twisted Genius kid is.
Right.
He laced them though. I don't know where he came from.
Production
who he is.
was awesome.
He laced him all the way up. If I had to go with a couple favorite joints, I would pick 3. I like Consistent. I thought that was really good. I thought it was talking about something on there. And I like the vibe. Listen, man, I can get with the youngsters. Okay, I can go and ride to a vibe and do all. I can do all that shit. But I also like when people are saying something with some substance to it. It's consistent. He has some substance. I thought the song with Wayne, Forever, is probably my favorite song on there. That shit goes. Like, they just like that's. I'm listening to that in the whip. I'm listening to that in the club if I wasn't washed. I'm listening to that pre-gaming on the way to the club if I wasn't washed again. That shit goes hard. I had it on repeat forever. Those are some of my favorite joints. And I also like I like the one with Future too, Live Off My Closet. I thought that was dope, and it served as like a passing of the torch of sorts, because that's a Future lane right there. And
Lil Baby and Future lane?
Yeah, that's what, in my opinion. I think he's off that Future tree. And that type of record right there is something that Future would have done solo on a mixtape 2 or 3 years ago. But now you got somebody like the youngster Baby coming in doing it equally as good, if not better, in his own lane. So I looked like a passing of the torch of sorts to me. Which joints worked out to you on him?
Off the rip, the intro Get Ugly was banging to me.
That was just okay.
No, it was banging. He came out the gate, did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
Heating Up. Gunna ripped it, and that's very rare that you're gonna hear that say.
Ever.
Gunna took off on that, and I was very surprised. I like Heating Up. How the first 3 off the wham were my favorite as far as that. I don't think that I got to a bad song until you get to that one after Future with Same Thing. But the first 6 really stood out to me.
That Same Thing.
Some slaw.
That song is trash.
Man. But the first 6 really stood out. Those were good songs. I love the Moneybagg Yo song, Moneybagg Yo, and
they sound good on the record together for sure.
They the new Kobe and Shaq, man. I was looking for a good duo, but I couldn't find one.
I
was gonna say I couldn't say Mike and Pippen, and Kobe and Shaq was
so
the
you
only.
Yeah, I definitely Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq is Moneybagg Yo and Lil Baby now. So y'all take that, man. I mean, they could be Tracy McGrady, y'all mean?
Okay, we'll do that.
Right.
No rings.
We can do that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But yes, I like the song Commercial with Lil Uzi.
That was another good feature.
I really like that.
Yeah.
And overall, as far as the album, I agree with you. The production was stellar. It really stood out. Lil Baby, his flows, how he switches it up and rides the beats is spectacular. Also, being able to give a perspective from a guy in his age group that no one else really gives, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You got guys that are doing different things, but he is one of the few ones, like when he talks about bossing up, and I read an article recently where he said he didn't want to rap for too long. He wants to be more of a CEO and put his artist on and things of that nature.
That's Pete talking through him.
Exactly. Yeah. And it seems as if like he just has a plan for all of this, and you can hear it come out in his music, and I really respect that. What didn't work for you?
Same thing, like you said, that song is terrible. And that let me down because that's my boy Tay Keith, if I'm not mistaken. And his beats usually be fire. Fact. That shit was trash. And the song with Young Thug, I just can't do it. I spoke on the features being on point. Bruh, I'm trying my hardest to listen to Young Thug and get into him. I can't. I give up.
I think the Young Thug.
I give up.
Young Thug, Future, Lil Baby, and Gunna should do a group.
Absolutely
They should do like the super group Atlanta style of Slaughterhouse. Young Thug, Future, Lil Baby, and Gunna. That's it.
I don't want to hear. That's all the same person.
That's why they need to do the super group album.
That's all one person,
and
dude.
that would go diamond. Nah. I'm telling you, the people would go crazy for that. Y'all heard it here first.
That Young Thug song is terrible, bro.
Young Thug ripped it though. You be hating on Thug. He's a legend. He a whole legend out here, man.
On that note, what didn't work for you? That was terrible.
That Queen and Slim song. That's
not bad.
I don't like that.
It don't fit though.
It does not. That shouldn't have been on here.
It don't fit.
I didn't like that. I didn't like Emotionally Scarred either. Usually those songs like that work for me. I just didn't. That
should have been better.
Yeah, it should have been a lot better than
you see the title and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, I was ready to get in my bag for that. And those two, like the girly songs really didn't work for me with him because I didn't need those from him. He put those out, like you said, in the mainstream. We hear those all the time. But you need them, so it is what it is. But those are the ones that did not work for me.
If I had to give this album a rating, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I'd give it 4 reels. It's fire.
It's classic. What you were about to say, wasn't it?
Absolutely not. It is fire, though, and I like it for its versatility. Like I said, if I'm in the gym, sweating, getting them jumpers up, I don't miss, by the way.
You don't go to the gym.
If I'm in the gym, I can listen to it.
Stop. Dude.
If I'm on the way to Lennox on a Saturday, I'm listening to it. Like this, I think he's got enough bangers on here to last him through the spring and the majority of the summer, honestly. Kind of similar to how Megan Thee Stallion had around this time last year. And she had them bangers to kind of stretch her run out throughout June, July. I think he's got that on this album. And 4 reels, bro, it's banging. I can't even front.
I'm right there with you, man. I got to go 4 as well, 4 reels. And it is a perfect setup for what looms to be a big year in hip-hop. I think that he busts the doors down as far as let me get out of the way before this wave of like Six God and whatever it is come down the pipeline.
It's on the way.
It is. We got the 2-pack, about to talk about it in a second. But I do think that he did a great job of sitting this right there, doing what he does, and letting it marinate for the spring. And I think it'll be around up until the spring, like you said.
And as an old head that grew up in the 90s on hip hop, I got to give him props because the title of his album matched the energy of this project. When he says my turn, I got that from listening to this. Like, oh, okay, now you here now. Like you up next. I think he's taking that wave that Future had. He's leading the new school in that.
Is Lil Baby the most popular artist on QC now?
On QC?
Yeah, that's what I said.
You actually said QC. But until the Migos come out, then Quavo lace somebody hook and make a hit.
I think he got it.
So I give him 60 days until Migos come out.
I think he solidified himself as number 1.
Fair enough.
If we had to do them individually and then do Migos, it would go Quavo, then Offset. Excuse me, Lil Baby, Quavo.
Then Offset?
Well, no, I'm putting Offset first, excuse me.
Okay.
Offset second.
That's fair. We'll talk about him in a second, too. Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Go to Facebook. It's in the group, Rap Chat. Search for it. Let us know how you felt about this Lil Baby. Are we overrating it? Are you fucking with it? Is it just okay? Let us know at OndeckTV Podcast on Instagram as well.
Yep, and under the YouTube page, man, let us know. Y'all leave how many reels you are rating this album.
Absolutely, man. I'm going to We'll be right back. We are back. See OndeckTV Podcast. Your man, Animal Brown.
I am Spike Lou.
Now, we got some wins and some losses to hand out. Speaking of Migos and Offset, we got a W for Offset, man, making his acting debut on NCIS. QC artists are out here working. Is there a hotter label than QC right now? It's not close.
No, it's not.
They numero uno.
That's facts. That's facts. That's big facts. This ain't his acting debut though. He was in Atlanta.
Yeah, but he ain't say nothing though.
He was in
the episode with
Dad, and he was in what the fuck is the name of the cartel shit? This shit. What's the name of it, man? On Netflix. Pablo.
Oh, okay.
Narcos. He was on Narcos. He was a drug dealer on Narcos.
No way he was on Narcos. Did he have any speaking roles?
Yeah, he talked on Narcos.
Then why are people saying this is his acting debut then?
Maybe it was his acting debut alone. Because
all the Migos was on Narcos?
Yeah, they was on Narcos. I mean, they was on Atlanta, so I don't know.
Nah, shout out to Offset though. I think it's cool. He transitioned. I'm peeping his slick like glow up when he got with Cardi, and so he playing like into the marriage role, and you know what I'm saying? He killing shit.
I'm here for the rebrand. He definitely done it.
Yeah, I'm not watching this NCIS though.
Takeoff one with none of that shit. Like, man, I'm here at Departments, bro. I don't know what y'all niggas got going on. I'm at Departments. No, I'm definitely not watching that NCIS episode. He said LL Cool J helped him out a lot with it too, with his lines and stuff. And LL commented and said he did a great job. Said he's a natural.
Shout out to LL. We did an episode of the best rapper actors. Y'all have to check the archives for that. LL was definitely up there, clearly.
Yeah.
Top.
He one of the first.
Three?
He one of the first to do it. Him and Cube.
Yeah, for sure. Ice-T.
Ice-T. That's the
Ice-T on the NCIS shit, man.
Ice-T cooking, dude.
Nobody watching that shit.
Ice-T was in New Jack City.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. But when the last time you looked at New Jack City, though?
Don't do New Jack City like that. I'm not going to let you discredit New Jack City like that.
Spoiler alert, it doesn't hold up.
I don't believe that.
No,
I haven't watched it in a while, but I don't believe that.
Watch that. Pull that up on Netflix.
I don't believe that.
You're going to be disappointed.
W to Drake fans. He dropped a 2-piece, When You Say When, in the Chicago freestyle.
Let's go.
You seen what he was standing in front of the Marcy joint doing with the song Cry Jack? What you think?
Fire. What are you talking about?
Orgasmed all over you. Oh, new Drake song. Oh. Fuck out of here.
Let's be clear. 2 for 2.
Yeah, it was
both songs.
Smoke. One thing you can say about Drake, boy, when he bring it, he fucking brings it.
Both of those songs were fire.
Smoke. Like, he knows, like, exactly. Like, he'll drop the Future shit, the tease, then he dropped another leak, right?
Yeah, he did a couple weeks ago.
And then this nigga will come out the box and just bow.
He should have called this
the song "Cry Freestyle."
Yeah, shit nuts.
Come on, man.
Yeah. He should have called the Chicago one like 2 a.m. in Chicago. He should have made that one of them times.
That'd
have been hard.
That is true. and the thing about it, like, you hear like a nigga tell you, "Oh, Drake is on the song Cry." You would have thought that he did this like years ago.
Yeah.
To be complete, like, that's right up his alley. Like, it's brilliant.
It's on point.
Yeah. Now that you like. Oh, okay, he's standing in front of more. Oh, he doing song Cry. Like, it makes so much sense.
And then he paid homage to Big too, standing in front of that one scene he had with the camo and shit on.
In
that
the
was
beginning,
So there's the video too. So if anybody hasn't seen the video,
well, the song ain't on. It's on what, SoundCloud?
Yeah, they on SoundCloud. I don't know what that's about. Is he getting do you get paid on SoundCloud?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
What SoundCloud?
I don't know what he thinking with that, but the video combines both of the songs, like a half version of each song.
Side note, like, they were calling SoundCloud. Like, I listened to that Tekashi shit that she was talking about.
How you feel about it?
It's okay.
That shit fire.
It's okay.
Don't do that.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm saying it's okay. I just ain't got far enough along to give it no other judgment.
That's fair.
But she keep referring to SoundCloud rappers like that's a totally different genre of music, though.
It is.
Like it's not even the SoundCloud rapper. Like, it's not a completely separate genre.
That's a thing.
Fuck out of here.
It's a thing. It's basically it's basically a 2020 underground rapper. That's basically what that means.
I get that, but I don't like the way that she's classifying it differently. And I know it may not be Angie Martinez is doing it, but it just sounds weird.
It's on point. We got an L to North Carolina battle rapper T-Top. During a battle with Arsenal, Ars pulled up a video on his phone of T-Top's baby mother giving top. Is there such thing as going too far in a rap battle?
You're gassing this. This is not an L.
That's an L to T-Top.
No, it's not, because if Arsenal had been the nigga in the video getting head, and I don't see where it said that anywhere, then it would have been a win. But if it wasn't him, then where you get this video? Fuck you got going on, dude? Like, what you got a video of my baby mom's in your phone sucking another nigga off for? Like, what's wrong, you weirdo? So I would have flamed him if I was a battle rapper, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, nigga, come up here like downloading X videos and shit. Like, why is he supposed to care that his baby mama sucking some nigga? Yeah, his baby mother still have sex, dude. That was whack. But his line in response was dope. Did you see the line?
Yeah.
And nigga said, my baby look like me, your baby son look like mine. My baby look like mine, your baby look like Shine, because it was a rumor that Shine was his baby.
That's the only way you can come back.
That's a comeback though. But I like, man, nigga,
it's an L.
You better be getting your dick sucked if you pull out a video getting somebody getting their dick sucked. I'm saying, like, for where I'm from, if you like, you got to be the one getting your dick sucked to get in the credits. I'm sorry. This is it.
Fair enough, man. On deck of the week, this goes to RZA, man.
Shout
We're
out
going
to
up
RZA,
top,
man.
Yeah, he donated 30 iPads to Staten Island Elementary School after a teacher tweeted him for assistance in getting better tech in the school.
Look at social media doing its thing.
Yeah, he pulled up to PS 78 Stapleton.
Public School 78.
I would have never figured that out.
I mean, you're not from New York or anything. So, hey.
But now, super dope. RZA pulled up with his sister, I believe, and they dropped off 30 new big dog iPads to the students, man. So kudos to Rizzo.
That's fine.
Rizzo. Kudos to RZA for pulling up, man. That was a dope play.
I like RZA, man. He's one of my favorite people that I like that I don't like they rap. Him, Mos Def, and his one more.
Yeah, I ain't listening to none of that shit, but I fuck with him.
Yeah, they acting and shit. I'm there, nigga. He wrote something.
They
put a playlist
donating.
Together.
That's dope.
Fucking with you.
Album come out tomorrow. It's getting no play in the Jeep.
Out of here.
I fuck with RZA.
Can't
though.
get jiggy with that shit. I fuck with RZA heavy.
Man, before we get out of here, what you got to put me on?
Brand new interview, Jamel Hill and Damon John from FUBU. Damon John from FUBU, he was talking a lot of good stuff financially, investing, business-wise. Of course, you know that he's on Shark Tank.
Clearly.
But it was, it wasn't just the same thing about his story and his come-up. It was more so about him and where he is now. Jamel Hill's a good interviewer, so check that out. It's called Unbothered on Spotify, the Jamel Hill podcast.
I fuck with anything Damon John on.
Yeah, it was really good.
He dropped gems.
What you got? Put me on.
I went to the Virgil exhibit at the High Museum.
Mm-hmm.
It was really dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I went with my gal, and at the end of it, she goes, because she don't really know, she don't really follow him like that. Mm-hmm. She was like, so what's the big deal with this Virgil guy? Like, we just went through the exhibit. Like, and I was like, well, he kind of got one of the first, like, high-end streetwear brands. That's that's kind of expensive, top tier, but it's a streetwear thing. It's not like Gucci, Versace, and all that. Mm-hmm. And she was like, okay, so if he could do it, then why was Kanye complaining?
That's why your wife is brilliant.
And I had no response.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Women will bring it to the light for you.
Clearly. I didn't let her know that.
Because I've been saying that shit to you for 6 years.
Not really, though.
How, Sway? That's how, nigga. Just how Virgil did it. Get off your ass and do something, Kanye.
Nah, but it was a dope exhibit. I think this is the last week. So if you're
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it ended at the end of March.
Nah, it is next Sunday. And they got the merch in there for like 50% off too. So you go in there, get you some merch.
I will be there next week. I'm going.
Yeah, it's dope.
In there like swimwear.
Hey, man, don't forget youtube.com/realville. Make sure you subscribe and comment. We'll be doing some giveaways very soon. iTunes, Spotify, what else? Anything else, man?
Yep. Go to the Rap Chat, comment, and let us know what you think about the episodes, all the new formats and the new things that we got going on. Let us know what you guys want to see topic-wise, what you want to hear from us. Mm-hmm. Patreon. Make sure you guys check out the Patreon. Brand new reviews are on deck for you, and some new ones coming in the pipeline. Be looking for what we got going on over there. Check out everything network related.
Yeah, man. We will be talking about that Royce.
Facts.
Peace.
Allegory.